Right, are we all ready to start?
Yeah.
Energy. Hello there, and welcome to Off the Stage podcast.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And welcome to Off the Stage podcast. It's the show where we take musicians off the stage and into the pub to talk about the ins and outs of the music world. I'm James Berry. This is Conor Michael, and today we are joined by the fantastic Bouquet of Thorns. How are you all doing? You all right?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good stuff. Right, I think we first break the ice by saying what are your names and what is your role in the band?
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm Chris. I play drums. I joined just slightly after everyone else, September last year, and that's pretty much everything you need to know about me.
Awesome. Well, I'll see you later.
That's me done. Yeah.
My name's Keith, and I do vocals and play guitar.
Awesome.
My name's Matt. I do guitar and backing vocals.
Cool.
I'm Connor, bass and backing vocals as well.
Nice. So like 3 vocals in the band.
Yeah.
And we had another Connor bassist, didn't we? Fire Lady Luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Must be something to do with... You should learn bass.
Nah. Connor's a good name though.
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
The right way. How do you spell it? Double N-O-R.
No, it's the right way, the single N.
Right.
You're a surname. Anyway. So what are you guys drinking? What we got today? We got a selection compared to last week's episode.
Yeah, we had...
I go for the weirdest thing I can find wherever I go. So I've got the pineapple and papaya.
You had that yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah.
I think, did I have the pineapple?
Severely regret.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, not bad.
No, not at all.
No, I don't think I had that. Did I have that one?
You said it was pineapple.
Pineapple and guava or something like that. Oh, it might be the same.
It was
one.
papaya. I said the same thing.
Yeah.
Just
Guava,
said
is it?
Oh, right, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, well, I spent my time walking up and down and couldn't make my mind up on the different hours, so I was like, sod it, I'll have Madry. So I played it safe.
Play it safe.
I got some advice. I got the long wave.
Long wave.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, I usually get a mystery drink, and I'm just... it wasn't producer Kat who recommended this one, was it?
And the wild one.
I just went Pepsi Max.
Connor's a crazy outlet.
Certainly are.
Banging lemonade, yeah.
Well, I've got a
Gotta be
mystery
wild.
drink, so I'll need to try it just to see what it is. Tastes a bit like long wave. Yeah, I'm going to say
It
long
looks like
wave.
Fruity.
Yeah,
Is it a long wave? Was that right?
it is.
Bake wave.
Bake wave, I haven't got the wrong. Oh, that was your fault then. Long wave, did you say? Bake wave.
Got
is it?
long wave downstairs.
B-I-G.
Big wave. Maybe it might be Big Wave's the company and Long Wave is the brand of the drink, maybe. I don't know. You know what? I had that answer given to us and I still can't even get the bloody answer right, so...
Top thing is we don't know what we're drinking.
Yeah, yes, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So when you guys, obviously you say you were the last one in the band, how long had you been together before you added the drummer in?
Best part, a couple of months.
Yeah, well, I was the original drummer.
Yeah. Keith
Oh,
was
right.
going to be the original drummer.
Yeah.
I was going to play lead guitar. Connor's still on bass.
Yeah, I don't change.
Were you still going to sing on drums as well?
No,
Did you have a singer?
I was kind of forced into that role as well. No, when I first met up with Matt and Connor, they were looking for a drummer, and I can drum as well. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And I went to a few sessions where I was behind the kit, and I said to them, look, lads, you're lovely blokes, but I've really had enough of playing the drums. I've been doing it for years,
Yeah.
and I'm bored with it. So they were like, well, what do you want to play then? I went, well, I'm just going to be playing guitar again, so, I'll just look for some lads to play with. And they was like, well, play guitar with us then, that's fine, we'll get a drummer. Okay, so I started playing guitar for them, and we went through multiple singers, and then eventually I was singing and playing guitar to fill in while we were looking and trying to find new singers,
Yeah.
and eventually it was just like, just stay there.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so that's what we
It's
did.
the best way though, and it just
Yeah.
like works out like that.
Well, this is what it was with the singers, and don't get me wrong, the people we were working with, they were lovely people, but there was lots of different issues. Reliability was probably the biggest one,
Yeah,
right? And
it
we were
was,
like,
yeah.
well, us four are there every session without fail. We take it seriously. It just makes more sense to just keep it as us four.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's what we ended up doing.
So how long have you been going as a band then?
Was August 2022, was it? We started?
Yeah,
Maybe
so,
just
so
before
just
that?
over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, just over a year.
That's cool. It's like post lockdown band. Like the post
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
we've
much.
had a fair few of them so far,
Yes,
like, haven't we? So what kind of inspirations individually got you guys into music, and how do you think that's kind of made the band sound?
Well, for me, it was one of the first albums that got me into music was probably Green Day's Bullet in a Bible. Because that was the kind of first one where my parents bought me a bass when we were on holiday somewhere. And then I came back and put Bullet in a Bible on. Then I just remember playing that non-stop on my bass. My parents probably hated it because I put the amp way too loud, put the music way too loud. I was constantly getting knocks on my door to say turn it off, but no. So yeah, I'd say Green Day, Bullet in a Bible kind of got me into music.
Yeah.
And got me started in the band.
Myself.
I'd say for me it was a video game, Guitar Hero 2.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
I didn't really know much rock music since I literally got the game off my brother and just started playing it all night in my bedroom.
Did we have someone else who
thing.
was into a game got them into music as well? I'm sure I've heard that response before.
I don't know. I can't remember. But I'm assuming. Yeah, you might be right.
Okay.
But I don't know. I can't answer that one.
And what about yourself?
For me, I just come from a music household. My mum, even though I'm the only musician, my mum was music mad. My dad was music mad, so it was just everywhere in my house growing up. So it just ended up being a very natural progression. As soon as I got a little bit older, it was like, right, I want to grab an instrument now.
Yeah.
I want to do that, But as for bands, there's just so many. I mean, I've got memories of listening to Sam Cooke in the car with my mum, and then Jimi Hendrix when we got home. So it's just such an eclectic mix that's always been there.
Yeah.
So I couldn't ever really pinpoint a single album or artist, to be honest. I'm quite boring in that respect.
I mean, much more straightforward. It's just Nirvana.
Yeah. Sorted. I like your answers. Straight to the point.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how many songs have you got written together as a band? Do you write all the time, or do you have like the odd single here and there? Or?
Yeah, we keep telling each other off for writing so many songs. I thought we've got a kind of vault. Yeah, it's many. I just write too many.
Good.
I would say we've got about 11, 12 that we're happy with.
Yeah.
And then it's just constantly bringing kind of new songs.
Yeah.
I've probably got about 7 or 8 which I've wrote, which we've never even attempted to develop yet, have we? And I think you've pretty much got the same.
Yeah, I mean, what I tended to do when I was younger is I would write songbooks of just, so I've got 140 different set of song lyrics sat waiting. They're never going to get used, but I like to have them just in case I need to write 140 songs for them.
I thought that, but I've got like a section on my notes. It's just like it's called lyrics, and it's constantly just like loads of random ones I'll put in.
Yeah.
And I thought I'm never going to use them. And then the last song I wrote, I kind of took like 5 different sections out, put them in different parts.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of twigs, and you never know. Eventually, they do kind of become something.
Yeah.
Just make sure you keep an eye on the notes, because one day you'll write a song, and go, oh, I had a lyric, oh, I threw it away.
Yeah. To be fair, mine are all in like physical form, hardback books. So it's quite sad, really.
It's the best way.
It brings a briefcase to everyone.
It's not a briefcase.
It's a briefcase.
It is a briefcase. You never know when you'll need lyrics, do you?
This is true.
You never know.
Yeah. I still don't know the words to my songs.
I don't know the words to my songs.
I don't know the words to your songs either.
No.
Cool. So what would you say the most up and personal song is that you guys have as a band? Either a band or individually, which one you think speaks closest to you?
I would say for me it's one I've written called Rebel Hearted Girl, which is about my fiancée. So it got me in the good books, and I like the song as well. So
you can never go wrong with brownie points.
Exactly, so for me it'd have to be Rebel Hearted Girl.
Man. What yourself?
For me it is Breakaway.
Yeah.
It's the first song we've written, and every time I play it I love it.
Cool.
What's Breakaway about?
I think it's about a relationship with a boss, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
Keith wrote it.
Yeah, it was about a really bad boss I had that just used to lie to everyone, and all the lyrics are about his lies and his bullshit, to be honest. But it's got a really catchy riff to it, and the riff sticks in your head. But that was what it's about, just bad bosses in general, really.
Is that your favourite one as well, or have you, like your most personal one, I should say? Have you got
most personal? I'd probably say Crown of My Despair is probably my most personal. I wrote it about when I first met my wife, when we first started dating, and what my headspace was emotionally, and then how the relationship sort of developed. So it's probably about that. So that's probably my most personal.
Yeah.
go back to the breakaway. I've been out of music for about 10 years, and I was coming back into it, and it was the first thing we written. It just symbolises for me getting back into something I love.
Oh, that's cool.
Awesome. Yeah, that's cool.
So how do you guys write songs as a band now? Is it a case of like you'll write the lyrics and go, guys, I've got this, or do you use all?
We all collaborate, don't we? Like we bring even something just down to like a riff. We'll just work on it. Like, and then
I mean, kind of one of our most recent ones was Sea Shanty, and it was Matt started playing a riff it was just in the studio, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just
And
when
then-
we started up, Keith was setting up, and I just started like noodling on the guitar, and I was like, this song actually sounds pretty good. Connor started jamming with me. We were doing it for about 5 minutes. Keith was like, "Don't stop," and then like, he just like bent over and started writing his lyrics.
Yeah, there's pictures of me actually just in the corner with a notebook and going, right, got this.
Oh, mint. So did it become a sea shanty?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not a sea shanty in terms of a sea shanty. It's the letter C shanty, so that the C can kind of speak for itself.
we can't say that word.
Clever
can
pun.
No, we definitely can't say that much.
I think I have one of those words, don't we?
Yeah, one per episode. We haven't had them in a while, so we can kind of stock them up.
Yeah, that's true. Aye.
We had an episode like probably a year ago where somebody came on and just, we can swear, right? C. Like, well, that one's gonna get pulled off of YouTube. So now we're like, you can swear, but you get one C word per episode. That's the rule. But we haven't had one in a while.
No, we haven't. Been very people have been very polite.
Very Christian of, isn't it?
Yes, that's a new C word.
Yeah, Christian. It all means the same thing. Very big Christian. Mint, I think we'll call that for part one. We've got quite a few questions to get through in the next part anyway.
Awesome.
And we'll see you in part two.
Yeah, we'll see you in a bit. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'll just do me little.
What that, baby?
And welcome back to side two. I love that, honestly. That never gets old, honest to God. And welcome back to side two, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do the questions first, and then we'll see if we can fix someone's
It's
problems.
just because you haven't got any problems up yet.
Yeah, that is
Cool. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Cool. So before we get people on, we always go to Instagram and kind of ask people if there's any questions we want to ask you guys. And we've had about 6 questions come through. So at 11.__hazard, what is your biggest inspiration?
Just going to go on the line, I would say mine would be Green Day again.
Yeah. Similar to the first question.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't pre-read these. I'm just kind of reading them.
I mean, I'll mix it up a little bit, but my inspirations kind of go all over. So one of the ones for my kind of lyric writing would be The Doors.
Yeah.
Kind of, it was me. There's arguments about this, whether it was my mum or my dad. They argue between themselves. I'm going to say my dad, but then my mum will tell us off.
Okay.
So I'll go with my dad, but he got me into The Doors. Kind of bought me their album.
You should say it was your mum, so that you don't get told off, and we all know it was your dad.
So
that is how men and women work.
my mum got me into The Doors. She bought me the album, and I just,
Yeah.
The Doors.
Yeah. Safe answer.
Thank you.
I think for me it was probably music-wise, probably The Offspring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just listen to a lot of them. Used to go to the gym a lot, listen to the music, and then I just started liking playing really fast.
Nice.
I love the
Fast,
Offspring
punky
back in the
riffs.
day. It was always it was like we made Vince loved, like, obsessed with the Offspring, and I was always obsessed with Blink-182. So we always had that, like, it was like the blue Oasis of the time for us anyway. It was, but I fucking love Oasis. Bloody Offspring. I don't love Oasis.
I don't. I think it's a musician thing though.
Yeah, I think it is.
well overplayed now for us.
Yeah, I think so.
But anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
we digress.
Yeah. I know you came from like a musical background, but do you have like a specific influence that you like?
Right, I'm going to say at this point probably Clutch.
Okay.
Clutch are probably my favourite band. They're the one band that all through the years I just always seem to go back to. And I find a lot of my riffs have a bit of a clutchy sort of
Nice.
sound to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to say Clutch. I'm going to go a bit different.
I'm gonna guess.
Right.
Which Nirvana song was your inspiration?
No. I said Nirvana earlier, but I'm the drummer, so I'm going to go ahead and say Blink.
Yeah. There you go.
Damn right.
Because right when I was a teenager, I got asked how many Blink-182 songs do you know? Because someone found out I was a drummer. I was like, Oh yeah, all of them. And then when I looked into them, they were actually ridiculous.
Fair enough.
Fake it till you make it, eh?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Fake it until they ask you to play a drum solo by Blink-182.
Yeah. I think the first song I tried to listen to was Always, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what have I done?
We've got at Logan._.975. Why is the singer so fat? From his favourite son. Is this your son or is this an inside joke?
I think it's probably because my favourite son is going to be so grounded for about 6 months.
Only 6.
Maybe we can push to a year. Actually, sod it until he moves out.
That's a long time.
Seems fair.
We've got at Mrs. Berry Insta and says, what's your favourite fictional band in a film, book/TV show /game?
Yeah, so what favourite fictional band, basically. But it could be either in a band in a film, a book, a TV show, or a game.
That's a great question.
That is a
Fictional band. I mean, Freaky Friday was a good film, and the band in that film I really liked.
What were they called?
I don't know what they were
Yeah.
called. It was
I thought you were a Freaky Friday connoisseur there. No?
Oh yeah, Lindsay Lohan's band.
Yeah, that band.
That was great. What
I
were
love
they
that
called?
song. Lindsay Lohan and the rest. No, I would say that band.
I think I like the band in Harry Potter Goblet of Fire. You know, and doing the prom.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jarvis Cocker is the singer.
I was actually trying to search if they were a real band. I know, right? Are these a real band?
They were all
Yeah,
holding
I'm
toads,
sure I know some of these
They
songs.
were holding toads.
Holding
Were they
toads.
holding toads? Was
No,
that a thing?
you're thinking different one. That's like the little choir when they turn up to Hogwarts.
God.
This is the fourth one where there's like the Yule Ball. Isn't it? That's what it's called, isn't it?
it's like, just like the prom thing. isn't it?
Yeah, I remember now.
Yes. They're mine. Don't watch many films. That and Back to the Future, that counts.
Yeah. Pinheads.
Film.
What was the one from Scott Pilgrim again? Space Sex Bob-omb. I just like the name. But like,
I'll go with the Wonders or the Oneidas.
what film's that from?
A Tom Hanks movie called That Thing You Do. It was about a band at like Beatles Mania sort of period. They were a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
But some of the tracks they were playing throughout the movie were actually pretty good, like rock
Yeah.
and roll sort of music. So yeah, the Wonders.
Oh, nice.
The Wonders.
And yourself?
So mine's probably the one. It's from Scooby-Doo.
Right.
It was a band called the Hex Girls. It was like a very gothic girl band. I don't know. I just used to love that movie.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to think of any fiction.
To be fair, like
With
one of the
Scooby-Doo and all sorts. I've got nothing, I'm sorry.
one of the greatest ones, flipping Spinal Tap.
I'm surprised nobody's mentioned
What an answer.
Bad news. Bad news would have been quite. I should have said bad news.
Oh, in the canteen about it. Any requests? That same one you always play. Okay.
How good is the editing on this? Can I say Spinal Tap now?
You can say back. Yeah, you can absolutely say.
Spinal Tap.
Yes. Great shout.
At Fire Lady Look says, we checked out Amber and wondered what the recording process was like for that track.
Oh, well, I mean, shout out to Violated Look, their new single, Can You Hear Me? Fantastic song.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, I mean, the recording process for that, it was, with us being very much a start-up band, as it were, we kind of didn't want to invest fully in a studio. So we just kind of all got together in the office at my house, kind of very close room, very close. But no, we just kind of all plugged into the interface and just ordered our parts one by one. The neighbours probably hated us when Keith got behind their mic and started just screaming some of the lyrics. But yeah,
We were like that. We recorded a song called Horse Outside.
all right.
And the neighbours would have just heard us go, Horse outside! Horse outside!
I live in like it's like a terraced house, so I've got neighbours that side, and the walls are really thin as well. And they're all they're quite relatively old neighbours as well. So what the fuck is going on there? It's
tried
like
to record
horse outside.
It was kind of like as if the crowd was singing back, so we tried to do like multiple echoes.
yeah.
Horse out! Different parts of the room shouting into the mic.
All you could hear just horse outside. Just like,
Was there ever a horse outside?
No.
I bet they were looking. I bet they were touching that.
It's not even a pony.
It's just like that one. There's a bloody horse outside.
Enthusiast next door neighbours, that's what it is.
Stop the horsing around.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm not good at reading, but at walking, where I'm gonna guess that's where do you get your inspiration from writing songs and putting a melody into it? It's kind of similar to what we've said before, but yeah, I don't know how to ask that without asking the same question. Is that just the same one?
When I say when we decided what music we were going to write, we kind of all just sat down and we looked at each other and were like, right, what kind of band do we want this to be? And then we basically, we're all into punk, and punk's, it's nice, it's easy, it's fun. Yeah. And we all just decided on punk to play. That's where we got that inspiration from. It's probably just, your typical punk bands like Green Day, Blink-182, Offspring, Sum 41. Just mainly bands like that.
I mean, to probably shout out my dad, because that is my dad, so there you go, Dad.
We know it was you about the Doors, don't worry. And final Instagram question, at JamTubOfficial, what's the most awkward stage moment you've experienced as a band?
Wow. I mean,
good one.
Yeah, the most awkward stage moment for us collectively as a band is that we've not been on stage yet.
That is awkward. Yeah.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So we've not been on stage yet.
Okay.
So it kind of defeats the purpose of your name, but we do have, just to get the promo in early, we've got a gig on October the 12th? Friday, October 12th. But then I will refer to Keith in terms of awkward band experience.
Hold on.
Thanks for that.
Hold on. What day is the 12th?
Friday.
No.
Thursday.
No, it's Thursday.
It's Friday the 13th that month.
Thank you.
So
Thursday
the 12th.
12th of October.
Yeah.
At least someone knows when our gig is.
No, I'm just checking my calendar. I just saviours now and then. Somebody turning up the day after. Where are they? This is the worst Friday the 13th ever. Band didn't even turn up.
Yeah, I'll say refer to Keith. The too many gigs to count.
Alright, most awkward. I was playing I don't even think it's called this now, but it was a place called the Dublin Castle in Camden. It was quite a popular spot in the sort of very early 2010, something like that. And we got asked to support this, they were a signed band, and we were like, oh brilliant, signed band, supporting them, that'd be awesome. What a gig, and a great venue as well, really famous, we'll play that. And we turned up there, I don't even remember what this band's name was, but they're obviously no one's heard of them now, so whoever they were, they couldn't have done that well afterwards, but they were absolute obnoxious twats. And they went, nah, you're going on after us. We're like, you're the signed band, we're supporting you. No, we're going on first. You want to get on the stage with us, you go on after us. We're like, alright, it's a bit weird, but whatever, we're here to play, let's do it. And this place, when they were on stage, this place was jumping, you could not move. It was absolutely bouncing. They walked off stage, the entire place empty. I think we played to about 3 people. Oh. We was like, oh, come on.
But that's why they asked you to do it.
Yeah.
Although you'd have the sport act to kind of rile the crowd up.
That's the idea.
That's the idea
It
too.
was just, I was like, what do you mean we're going on last?
Yeah.
You're the band here, everyone's here to see. We're supporting you.
Yeah, it's kind of it totally takes the whole point of a support act.
And literally, as soon as because everyone had obviously gone there to see them, they performed, they walked out, the entire venue emptied, and there literally was about 3 or 4 people in there that I think were just standing there for a sympathy effort, to be honest. Yeah, that's probably my most awkward stage moment, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't think I've had anything like that.
I don't think I've had that before. No.
I've had a weird one where I did some kind of festival earlier this year, and I was a last minute support slot because I was driving up from Birmingham when I saw the Clooney were needing a support slot. I was like, I'll jump in and do that. Why not? I did my sound tech, and the gaffer was like, actually, do you want to do the headline? I said, yeah, okay. But I was similar to the point where I did the headline. I thought, I'm headlining the Clooney. That'll be good crack. And then obviously I didn't get to advertise it till about 5 minutes before I was on stage, so everyone was there for the band before me.
Yeah.
Now they didn't leave, but you could tell they were there I just want to go home.
Yeah.
Well, this is fun.
That courtesy.
Yeah. And I was like, at least they stuck around. But I was kind of yeah. Right. In terms of awkward, I remember we gigged on Friday. We do a bar called the Pints in Newcastle every Friday night. And James was mid-song, and this woman was they always come out, can we do a request, just like a covers gig? And she came over, and I was like, hey, what would you like? She said, go closer. I was like, what do you want? And then she tried to kiss us. I pulled away. I've got a missus, I don't do that. And then she tried to kiss her hand. I put her, I was like, I'll run away. What's going on here? Stop it. And James was like, what was she after? I don't know, but if I did this in return, I'd be arrested. That's equality.
Yeah.
That's Instagram questions, but what we do every week, we get 3 questions from the last week's band, which was Jam Tub, which is ironically the last band that asked the Instagram question. And they've said, would you rather have teeth as long as your arms or arms as long as your teeth?
Teeth as long as your arms or arms as long as your teeth? So going like T-Rex or kind of Bugs Bunny.
I think that's the
Might be the weirdest question I've ever been asked.
Yes, I think that we were like, I was trying to imagine it, but
Yeah.
I'd go teeth and buy an angle grinder.
That's a valid point.
Oh, that's
That makes me cringe.
That would hurt, but it'd have to be the long ass teeth, wouldn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, teeth.
Yeah.
What did we say yesterday? I'm sure
I said arms, to be honest, because I was just, I don't know. I figured I could probably live a comfortable life without arms, maybe.
Yeah, but I couldn't
What
play the guitar
instrument do you play?
I play guitar, but I would just have to, I don't know, change instruments.
I think I'd have to go teeth because my job is guitar. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to go drums and just stick a drum top in my head.
Just to be better than Def Leppard.
Yeah.
The next one is: have you ever seen a band's name and decided not to follow them? Like you'd be like, actually, I don't fancy that name's not great.
Without
Or
like listening to them.
Have you ever seen a band's name and then decided, actually, that's a cool name, I'll go check them out?
I mean,
It's like a return fixture.
I like Wasp, but I don't like their abbreviation of "We are sexual perverts" or "We are sexual predators," whichever one it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
is
kind
that
of like,
what it stands for?
it's a shame, isn't it?
He's killed it for you.
It is a shame, but that's what my dad's told us.
Oh, right, okay.
So it depends on.
That makes sense, though, to be fair. Like, so,
He was around at the time, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna believe him.
yeah, that makes sense.
I would say Wasp.
I would say I'm definitely a victim of that. I think a band name, if it's really poor or tacky, will put me off. To be honest, it put me off even listening.
I had the name Arcade Fire and I thought that sucks. I'm not listening to that.
Yeah, Arcade Fire's like I don't even know what Arcade Fire would sound like.
Did you ever get the free ones out of Kerrang? I'm sure they did a
Yeah,
cover
maybe.
of Smells Like Teen Spirit that just sucked.
That's I wouldn't want to listen to that anyway. You couldn't give us that, to be fair. I don't know what my band name. Did we mention band names yesterday?
I did mention that I did the gig guide. I haven't done it for this week yet. But
It was
I
like
will do.
Shit Toast or
And
something.
there's one called Shit Present.
Oh,
and there
Shit
might be lovely people, but it's not my cup of tea at the end of the day. Doesn't sound like a great gift. If you opened shit for Christmas, you'd be like, oh, you wouldn't be like, oh, I'll put that on my radio.
I did get one Christmas. I did get a reindeer that pooed sweets.
I had one of them.
Yeah, remember?
I take it back. Shit presents are alright.
It's context.
I think our parents didn't know what to do with Christmas.
No, just give a reindeer that shit.
Mental that. It was like a little chocolate drop.
And you eat the shit.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I love that.
A question that they gave us as well, which was the first question we ever had on the podcast, is that if you had to make a 4-piece band, so this is singer, guitar, drum and bass, dead or alive, who's in that band?
Jesus.
God, I mean,
Singer's got to be Jim Morrison.
has to be, doesn't
It's
it?
got to be. There's no contest.
I mean,
It's Freddie Mercury's
oh,
birthday.
God, then Freddie Mercury, yeah.
Little Richard.
Oh, bloody hell.
What's wrong with Little Richard?
Is this something we have to edit? What did you whisper into the mic there?
No, Little Richard was a black man, but he wore makeup.
Oh, right, that's okay. I'm good with that.
I was thinking, what?
He said, when he went done blackface.
That's the exact opposite of Cockney Flag.
Little Richard was a black man.
Chances are you probably wore like makeup to make them look lighter, because that was like at the time it was like people didn't like listening to the like in
So
America.
the worst thing about this is, you know how you do the clips of the week kind of thing? You do AI now, don't you?
No, I don't.
Or do you do it back?
No.
Because they used to do a thing where AI would just go through random podcasts and then go, this is the clip. It'd just be so funny if it clips out the bit where you're like, I don't like it because of that. And it doesn't give any explanation.
I mean, I could clip that bit. It would be funny.
It would get streams.
Get streams, but we'd definitely be arrested.
I watched the full podcast in court.
As far as I know, Little Richard did not indulge now.
Right.
He was a good man.
I love the guy.
He would be the singer. But then, I mean,
Okay, so who would we pick then? So, as singer, for me, it's got to be Jim.
Well, I reckon
No,
you
it's gotta
should
be Jim.
pick so because you're the singer, you get the choice of the singer. So like so Jim Morrison is the singer,
Right now, I'm going for Freddie Mercury.
Okay, Freddie
I'm going
Mercury
for
is the
Freddie
singer.
Mercury.
You can go drums, but they're in the back, so it doesn't matter what they look like.
No, it doesn't matter what they look like. So I'd love to see how Dave Grohl would react to Freddie Mercury at the front.
Oh, they'd
Was
rock
it-
it.
was it the Dead?
100% they'd
Yeah.
rock it.
It was Dead members, wasn't it?
No, Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive.
Yeah. I'd be
Guitarist,
surprised at seeing
guitarist.
Freddie Mercury, like, to be fair. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, it's a hard one for me. I can't think of one.
A good way of thinking is, like, who do you think would sound mint with Freddie Mercury and Dave Grohl on drums? I guess, like...
Slash.
Slash.
Getting the names there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go Slash.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably no surprise my answer, Mike Dirnt.
Oh, yes.
He's very versatile, he
Yes.
can do anything.
Yeah.
He'll cope.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out.
Exactly.
He might be the weak link, but he'll figure it out.
He'll get there, bless him.
And then we just need 3 questions off yourselves for next week's guest, if you've got. Doesn't have to be music related, but
Anyone got any off the top of the head?
That teeth one was pretty wild. So, would you rather fight a chicken every time you leave the house or an orangutan once a year?
do you get a choose?
Question, I like that.
That is, like, yeah. Do you... I'm just do you know when you're going to fight the orangutan?
Oh, he jumps out.
Just-
at you.
Okay.
You have to always be prepared.
But I suppose once you fought him that year, you're done, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the first few months, you're just on an orangutan.
But the thing is, like,
preparation.
because if he doesn't come out until Christmas, he'd be, like, singing songs.
That
You
would be
better
horrible,
watch out. You better know.
when he's singing orangutans, you know.
How many chickens was it?
Just
One chicken every time you leave the
It
house.
was one, but it's every time you leave the house.
Oh,
But the chicken is
Blew
in-
him up the arse and he's gone.
Yeah, but I'd get sick if I made. Oh, fuck! I left my keys in the house. Oh, fucking chicken again.
Some things are relentless as well. They won't give up after one kick.
Is it? He was speaking from experience.
Yeah.
You'd have to, like, train up, though, for, like, the orangutan. It'll probably give you some good, like, character building.
Yeah.
I know. If
Is
you
it
don't
a different
expect me at
orangutan?
one time, like, mate,
Yeah.
Always be
your
on
entire
edge, wouldn't you?
nutsack's just gone.
You've obviously had an all-night bender, and, like, you come in, like, 5 in the
Yeah.
morning, and you get 4 hours sleep, and you come, and then the orangutan shows you.
To be fair, I think I'd rather fight an orangutan on a 4-hour hangover than without it, because I'd be like, fucking
Yeah.
all or nothing here. No, I'm going to start asking these questions off pod. So that it's a secret for next week's episode. It's a great question.
That is a really good question.
2 more, guys.
I mean, one from me will be what's the best local concert you've been to from a local band? I would say.
I like that one.
Who's been the kind of band that you've gone to and thought, yeah, I need to see them again?
Cool. And final one.
You got one? Yeah, go for it.
Do you have one?
Grace just...
We should prep these before, shouldn't we? Just let you know.
I do, James.
Or do you?
Yeah, I sent in the message.
We have had preparation.
What's your question?
I'm slowly pulling my own finger out now.
What brand of instruments they prefer and why?
What brand of instruments do you prefer and why?
I broke my shearing again.
You're always breaking that bloody guitar.
6 weeks into having a new one and it's got a hole in it already.
Just get a tatamine, man.
Had to. It broke.
That's all I can afford.
Oh, mint. Cool. We'll call that part 2.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back to James will fix it in part 3.
Yeah, we will. Just as soon as as soon as the adverts finish on my
James,
soundboard.
it'll be cheaper to just
Buy
in
a
time
soundboard.
to just buy.
I know I will. Anyway, we've got to take a break. I'll see you in a bit.
Is that what brand instruments do you prefer? Yeah. It's alright.
What back, baby?
I'm gonna learn that one day.
And welcome back to side 3.
Yeah.
I think we'll just jump straight into the James will fix it.
James will fix it.
James will
What's
fix it.
James gonna fix today, James?
Right. Okay. Let me get it up.
That's
what
because
you
just
said.
ask James, but we're really
So this. So what we do is we go on Reddit. r/musicians most of the time, and there's always some band dilemma or some musician who wants a bit of advice, and they tell the problems, and we do our best to answer them. I found one here. It's by user _gallery. Fucking love that.
Band is called Shit Present.
This is one of those kind of what would you do in this situation kind of things. So this is ex-band member etiquette, and he goes on, or she goes on.
They go on.
They go on.
It goes on.
It goes. Unfortunately, the guitarist in my band was kicked out in the midst of recording demos. My drummer and I decided the best route to find a new guitarist would be to finish the demos we are working on, so we have something to show a new potential member. The guitarist finished tracks for 3 of our songs. While we were discussing it yesterday, he thought that since we both can play guitar, we should re-record the guitar tracks on the demos. So obviously we take the member who's kicked out and re-record them. Excuse me. Yeah, let's see where I am on the demos. Since the guitarist was a better player than the drummer and I suggested just keeping his tracks, and we should send the finished songs to the guitarist so at least he has something he played on that he can hear. The drummer thinks that might come across as an FU. I'd ask him his opinion, but he won't respond to any of my texts because he is acting like a child. Ooh, drama. What's everyone's opinion? So I think the situation...
Who's acting like the child, the drummer or the old guitarist?
I think the old guitarist. You know what, I should read these before I actually think, because you know it's like they go on little rants. But I think the situation here is the guitarist quit the band, or he was kicked out of the band. So for whatever reason, they kicked him out, but they still had his songs. They were going to re-release the songs, but then they thought, actually no, his guitar bits were actually better, so we're just going to keep his versions and release them as they are without telling him, kind of thing. It says, edit, I should add, the only band purpose for keeping the tracks would be to help us find a new guitarist. Once we get someone, I would like them to write and record their own parts. So I think what he's asking it's always hard with Reddit sometimes because people can be really kind of confusing. I think what he's asking is it okay for us to keep using this guitarist's songs that they kicked him out? What would you do if you kicked out a guitar player?
Would you still want your guitar riffs in that demo?
I think it's I think ultimately they should be able to have a little bit of dialogue, but if he's not responding, they're kind of caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. Yeah. Personally, they're not profiting off the track. They're not releasing it saying, hey, this is our music. They're showing it to another musician and saying, this is what the last guitarists do. I want you to do your thing, but this is the sort of sound we were going for. I don't really see a problem with that. I think it's a different story if they were going to actually physically release the track. Yeah. Then you'd say, no, maybe you's better play it. That's not fair on the other person. But that's what I think anyway.
I think that's right. To be fair, I'd probably even just go, look, without the demo, we want to see what guitarists can put on top. Yeah. Probably help them find a guitar. Actually, that sound does sound good. Right, sounds good. And you kind of see what their creativity is rather than copycatting.
It's a good shout, that, yeah.
So basically the guitarist, he's saying, oh, is it okay if we keep your tracks, and he's just not responded. So I'm assuming because he's saying he's acting like a child, there's obviously some kind of a bad blood gone on here. Yeah. But yeah, if it's just flipping demos, then if you're not going to release it, short gallery. Like, I don't see why. Just looking at his profile, he likes Hondas.
Pure Honda shit.
Well, actually, that might change our answer.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people commenting, don't use his tracks. You think he's acting childish now? Re-record new guitar tracks, dude, even if it takes a ton of effort. You booted him. You shouldn't use his tracks unless he says it's okay.
I mean, it's a good point that if you think he's acting childish now, he would act childish.
Yeah, he would be an
later
absolute
down
dick.
the line. Did anybody have Jack Black stuck in their head when he said he got kicked out of the band? Thank you.
I was thinking more of the lines of Dave Mustaine and Metallica.
I was proper School of Rock. I zoned out halfway through and that, and in my head, like, you think you can kick me out the band?
Oh, what a good band for fictional bands.
School of Rock, that was a great show, yeah.
To be fair, everyone else is saying, like, re-record it or scrap the songs. I'm like, well, it's not that big of a flipping deal. If they're just demos, I'm sure the flipping guitarist isn't going to flipping know about it anyway, is he?
No. It's only going to be the future potential guitarist that's ever going to hear it.
Yeah. So I think he's flapping over absolutely nothing. So
another problem fixed, James.
Yeah, another problem fixed. Just keep the songs, keep the tracks, and then re-record them when you find a new guitarist. If you find a new guitarist. If not, just use the tracks and just tell them to fuck off.
Yeah.
There we go. So James fixed it. There we go.
James
I need like
I want more soundboard.
I want a jingle of like we either fix it or we don't fix it. That's the kind of thing.
Yeah, oh, that sounds good. Like a gavel.
But yeah,
Like,
I mean, there was
Jesus,
another
the
quick one
announcement.
actually. How do I switch to electric guitar? Buy one. There we go.
Make sure you get the amp as well. So you guys got any upcoming shows or songs that anyone needs to put in the diary?
Yeah, I mean, we've got one Thursday, the 12th of October. We're playing at the Forum in Darlington, doing a live and local band, playing alongside Seventh Heaven.
Right.
So yeah, that'll be
Is that
a
a
good
free
night.
event or is it tickets or?
I believe it's £4 per person.
Cool.
But don't quote me on that because I won't be giving you a refund if it's more.
Cool.
So yeah, and then I would say we're just at the moment just currently working on recording songs. Hoping to get an album out. We've got no kind of confirmation as to when that'll be yet, but just keep an eye on our socials and we'll post once it's ready.
Have you started recording songs yet?
Yeah, I would say we've got about 6 in
Where
the
do you
bank.
go?
My office,
Oh,
my
it's the
house,
home place,
yeah,
yeah.
my
Yeah.
house on my street.
Nice.
Yeah, so we just record all the songs in there.
Yeah.
Saves time and money, did it? So,
Yeah.
Damn right it does. Yeah.
Exactly.
I love a commute to my office. It's like
I know, right.
I usually do that thing, you know, when it's like your worst nightmare when you get into work and you don't have any pants on. It's like I do that all the time.
It's worse when you actually go to your dad's office. Your second job.
Yeah, oh, just,
The amount of times he turns up on stage with just his duds.
yeah, honestly. Try to do like Red Hot Chili Peppers kind of
Yeah.
they do that all the time.
We're there on Friday. Give it a try.
Yeah, I might do actually.
What are you doing, James? It's a heat wave.
You know, it's the points. No one will care anyway. Just like most of them will have no pants on anyway.
That's true.
So, it's-
We are that good. People lose their pants.
yeah.
We're not.
Yeah.
Have you guys got any like local artists that we can give a good shout out that people should go follow?
I'd say mine would be Fire Lady Luck again.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible band. Can
Hands
you
on
hear
the
me? Wise guy, incredible music. Yeah.
One of my friends' new bands, Drown in the Ocean.
Right?
It's a metalcore band. I think they've just started out.
Yeah. Well, we'll take a listen to John the Ocean. I've not heard of them yet, but like you say, starting out. Yeah, get following. What about you guys? Have you got any?
Off the top of my head, I can't think of one.
Fair enough.
Has been a lot of last case scenario for you recently, to be fair.
Yes, that's a good point. Yeah, last case scenario.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm liking them.
They've got a gig this weekend, next weekend.
Yeah,
it's on this gig guide.
I'm gigging with them actually. I need to start advertising that gig.
6th of October. is it?
6th of October, I'm with Fail to Ignite and Last Case Scenario. Excuse me. Yeah.
Good, James. You'll be alright, lads. We got this.
That's how hard it is for me to advertise gigs.
Well, I bought my ticket.
Oh, excellent.
You know,
I'm tempted just to buy a ticket just to say I've got more tickets sold.
yeah, go for it. Then we're at the points after, by the way.
I will.
Yeah, it's Friday night.
Oh shit.
Cool.
Got a wedding in the morning. Never mind.
Yeah. Do you have a band you want to give a shout out to?
Seventh Heaven.
Yeah.
We're doing our first gig with October 12th.
Good job.
So, how do you prep for your first live show? Do you just go into like a rehearsal room, go, this is what we're doing? Do you practice like speeches in between songs, or
I mean,
what are you guys planning so far?
been very much. We've just been playing our songs non-stop over and over again,
Yeah.
making sure we're getting everything right and just being absolutely brutal with each other.
Yeah.
If
Overly
any of
critical.
us mess
Yeah.
up. Yeah. And yeah, I would say just playing over and over again is all we're doing at the moment.
Yeah.
And then we do occasionally go live on Facebook, Instagram, just kind of get that feeling of
Yeah.
we're live. The quality's
That'd
awful.
help. That'll reckon,
but-
actually.
Yeah.
Because it's a daunting feeling when you know people are kind of like, even if you're just looking at the camera, you think, oh,
Yeah.
people are actually watching it. So
Yeah,
it's like,
I mean, because it tends to be if we're having an absolutely terrible session in the studio, we're like, right, let's just go live. Go live, and then as soon as we're live, we'll just play perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
well,
just kind
it's a good
of
sign then, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do that with like it's gigs in general. Like if I'm playing a gig and there's no one there, I've got enough on TikTok. I go TikTok live. Well, now I'm playing to an audience,
Yeah,
and it's like
exactly, yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's
You
quite.
do TikTok live?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I gotta set my followers, James.
Ah.
gotta build that following up. I downloaded TikTok in the pandemic, and 2 of my videos went viral, and the rest just went.
Yeah, well, one of my videos went stupidly viral. I had
Yeah.
like an airsoft video that like hit 15.6 million views.
Yeah,
And then I got like 8,500 followers off it.
yeah. It's always the ones that don't have anything to do with what you do.
Yeah.
It's like my videos are like taking the piss out of my missus, kicking off with us, and then I'm like, here's one of my songs, 2 likes by James. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Not for
Lovely.
my account.
Yeah, I can hate TikTok. But you can follow us on Off the Stage.
Yes,
we
yeah.
don't use it, but we have it.
Yes.
We need to start using TikTok.
We do, yeah.
Anyway, thanks for coming down, guys. The final part is obviously we're going to get you guys to play a song.
Yes.
What song are you going to play for us?
I'm going to play Crown of My Despair, but it's one that Keith wrote, so I'll let Keith talk a little bit more about it.
Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier, it was I wrote about the sort of period when I met my wife in Barcelona, and it was just kind of my mental state weren't the best at the time, and she kind of changed all of that. So the song, even though it kind of has a bit of a downer vibe to it, it's actually a happy song, if that makes sense. And it was probably our easiest one to convert to an acoustic style where we play quite fast, punky music. It's okay, which one could we actually slow down and strip down to do an acoustic version of? And that was probably the easiest one that fit the bill, I would say.
Oh, brilliant.
Awesome. Yeah.
Cool. Well, before we go, can you tell our viewers what your social media tags are so you can get a bit more following?
Oh, here's the question. So, Instagram is @Bouquet of Thorns. Facebook, same again. TikTok, @Bouquet of Thorns Band, because some sod took it.
Yeah.
And then Twitter is @Bouquet of Thorns Band again. If you go in our Instagram, we've got a link tree in there with everything that you need.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll tag the stuff on.
Yeah, it's usually in the
Tag
link tree I put on the
Yeah.
thing. It just makes things easy, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Sorry, gents, do you mind if I just promote one more thing?
Go for it.
Connor quite recently started a Spotify playlist for Northeast bands.
Yes.
Cool. Yes.
So what we've been doing, any of the Northeast bands that we've been interacting with, we've been taking their tunes that they've recorded, putting them on this Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
So if there's any like local bands that want to be added to the playlist,
Yeah.
get in touch, let Connor know, and we'll add them to it.
I think I've liked that playlist actually as well.
You're in that
And
playlist.
yes, I am. Yes, why I liked it.
That's why you liked it.
Strategy right there.
So
Mint. Cool. Thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, follow us at Off the Stage UK, at Off the Stage UK2 on Twitter, because again, somebody stole that. X. Right, at Off the Stage X on Twitter.
Yeah.
Nobody will get that reference.
No, okay.
At Off the Stage 2 on X. Yeah, we'll look forward to the song. We'll see you in the next part. Thanks for coming down, guys.
Thank you very much.
See you in a bit. Hang on.
Thanks for coming down, guys. As you can tell, James can't wait to get you off the stage. That's
No.
how it's done. That was the podcast name.
Alright, okay.
Press stop.
Hang on.
Podcast gold.
When you think you know I'll never let you go, I'm just dreaming all the time. Things just make me smile for a little while. Another drink and I'll be fine. Will you take me for a break? Will you smile for heaven's sake? I'm just playing day by day. Another drink and I'm on my way. Solid words I've never spoke. Think this game is such a joke. Can we find a little space? Dreams are yours and mine to make. Laugh and love along the way. Will you be my brightest day? Spin the wheel of truth or dare, wearing a crown of my despair. The crown of my despair. Bring an hourglass from your distant past. Do you see what I can't see? Things just make me smile for a little while. Another drink will set you free. Will you take me for a break? Will you smile for heaven's sake? I'm just playing day by day. Another drink and I'm on my way. Silent words I've never spoke. Think this game is such a joke. Can we find a little space? Dreams are yours and mine to make. Laugh and love along the way. despair. You think you know I'll never let you go. I'm just dreaming all the time. Things just make me smile for a little while. Another drink and I'll be fine. Will you take me for a break? Will you smile for heaven's sake? I'm just playing day by day. Another drink and I'm on my way. Solid words I've never spoke. Think this game is such a joke. Can we find a little space? Dreams are yours and mine to make. Laugh and love along the way. Will you be my brightest day? Spin the wheel of truth or dare, wearing the crown of my despair. The crown of my despair. Thank you.